Hello, everyone. Today is August the 21st, and I'm going to pick up in Genesis chapter 14, and this is titled Abram Rescues Lot. And it reads, starting in verse 1. At this time, Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elazar, and Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tiddo, king of Goim, went to war against Bera, king of Sodom, Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Adamah, Shemember, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor. All these latter kings joined forces in the valley of Siddim, the Salt Sea. For 12 years they had been subject to Chedorlaomer, but in the 13th year they rebelled. Excuse my pronunciation. In the 14th year, Chedorlaomer and the kings allied with him went out and defeated the Raphaites in Estara, Karnim, the Zuzites in Ham, the Emites in Sheve, Kiratham, and the Horites in the hill country of Seir, as far as Paran, near the desert. Then they turned back and went to En Misfet, that is Kadesh, and they conquered the whole territory of the Amalekites, as well as the Amorites, who were living in Hazazon Tamar. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Adamah, the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor, marched out and drew up their battle lines in the valley of Siddim against Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, Tiddo, king of Goim, Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arah, king of Elasar, 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Siddim was full of tar pits, and when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them, and the rest fled to the hills. The 4 kings seized all of the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food, and then they went away. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot and his possessions, since he was living in Sodom. One who had escaped came and reported this to Abram, the Hebrew. Now Abram was living near the great trees of Mamre, the Amorite, a brother of Eshcol and Aner, all of whom were allied with Abram. When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out the 318 trained men born in his household and went in pursuit as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack them, and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Hobah, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possessions, together with the women and the other people. Abram returned from defeating Chedorlaomer and the kings allied with him. The king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Sheva, that is the king's valley. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High, and he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have raised my hand to the Lord, God Most High, creator of the heaven and earth, and have taken an oath that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread of the thong of a sandal, so that you will never be able to say, I made Abram rich. I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten, and the share that belongs to the men who went with me to Aner, Eshcol, and Memory. Let them have their share. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right here. And like I said, I do apologize. A lot of the biblical names and cities, they can be very difficult to pronounce. So I thank you for just bearing with me on that. And I will pick up tomorrow in chapter 15. And that is titled God's Covenant with Abram. So I hope you'll join me again. Thanks.